Tweet it. Hurry, hurry.
Hey, thanks, everybody. We'll just have some opening comments on signing day, and then we'll take your questions.
Well, kind of confused state for me because I'm used to coming here and talking about practice, and we just got through with practice. And to be honest, my mind's on practice and my mind's on Oklahoma. But with this unique experience, it's been an interesting day, to say the least, with the signing date going on and a lot of great kids choosing to come to Georgia. I think I'm most excited. Number one stat about this class to me so far that's not done is 10 of the 17 went to a state championship game. So 10 of the 17 signees were in a state championship game. 6 of the 17 won state championship game. I think that's just remarkable. 9 guys of the 17 had over a 3.0 core GPA, which was a major emphasis for us in this class. 3 of these guys had offers from Ivy League schools. So we're really excited about this class. I think everybody would talk about the offensive linemen initially, and that group is really special. But I think we addressed a lot of areas with the defensive players we lost, the senior leadership with 25 sacks between Lorenzo and Bellamy. With that going out, we got to find some guys to go in and help, and we're excited about the guys who've decided to join us, and overall excited about the class thus far. There's still some areas we need to address, and hopefully we'll be able to do that in either the next few days or in January.
Kirby, I know you were talking about.
Let's get a microphone.
I'm sorry.
Raise your hand. There you go.
Normally, I know that this is not, like you said, been a challenge, been a unique experience. But when tomorrow comes and or the period's over and you've got 17 guys signed, I mean, what does that do for you in terms of the next few weeks and not really having that on your plate? Next couple of weeks not having that on your plate.
Well, it's still on your plate because there's still spots left, and I think you're always recruiting. I mean, we're going to be trying to recruit the rest of the spots, and there's going to be some really, really probably intense battles come January because the guys that are left are targeted by all the top programs. So there's going to be some guys out there that we still go after. So it's not like you can say, okay, relax, we're done, because that's not the case. We got work to do in recruiting, and we've got time to do it. I mean, the focus obviously for us is the college football playoff, and it'll shift back to recruiting once that ends.
Coach, when you have guys like Justin Fields, Kyrus Jackson last year, Richard LeCount was an example of this too, that commit early and kind of really work to bring other guys to the class, how crucial is that for you, and how important of an impact is that?
Well, I think every good college coach tries to use the momentum and use the alpha dog, the leader, kind of to go out and get guys and bring them with them. I didn't think that we had that as much this year as we had last year. I thought Richard was unique in some of the things he did. And did a good job. Jake did a good job. Justin and Kyrus were great. They were both awesome, but they didn't overstep themselves. I think they let kids make their own decisions. I think the university sold itself. I obviously think that our momentum on the field, because there were numerous kids that when we recruited them in the summer, they said, Coach, I really want to come to Georgia. I just want to know that we're going to play for championships and that it's going to be special. And the year that we had kind of created some momentum and tidal wave effect to bring in some extra guys.
Kirby, I guess some maybe fans were worried in the spring when this recruiting cycle kind of started off slow. How did you get from that spot to here, and how much concern was there inside your office?
Well, I heard that everywhere I went and spoke, and everybody you talked to, there was all that concern. But we were never concerned. I said repeatedly to people where I spoke that don't worry about that. We're working on us. We're working internally on our organization and our development of our team. And if you take care of your team, you take care of what's inside your house, then things outside your house will do well. And we played well. I mean, when you say how did we get from that point to this point, we played well. I think people saw the success we had, and they saw a lot of the games we played, and they want to be part of that winning program.
Coach, I remember during your introductory press conference, you talked about the offensive line wanting to reshape it, I guess, so to speak. With these last 2 classes, how effectively do you believe you've been able to do that?
Well, I think one of you guys on the front row that pointed out that first class that we really didn't address the offensive line. You know, we didn't. We got Ben and I think Solomon and maybe Chris Barnes. I think, I don't know. We didn't hit on all those guys that we really needed to. And I think Sam, you know, he took that to heart. And I think Coach Pittman's one of the best recruiters in the country, and he proved that by putting what was a really good offensive line group together last year, and then followed it up with another very complete, diverse group for this year.
Kirby, now that you can talk about him, what kind of quarterback are you getting in Justin Fields in your estimation?
Exciting. I mean, I think everybody knows what he's been able to do. I mean, I've seen a lot of quarterbacks in my time. I thought the best evaluation of quarterbacks is when they go out to the Elite 11, they go to the opening, and I know it's T-shirt and shorts, but you're around some real alpha dogs when you're out there. And he was one of the alpha dogs of the alpha dogs. And he took over the opening. He won a lot of games. He made throws. And he did it all while keeping a calm, cool presence that is kind of unmatched. He's never real high. He's never real low. He's really exciting. He can win the game with his feet, but he can win the game with his arm. And he's not afraid of competition. I mean, he's been very adamant that he wants to come in here and compete. And he knows we're going to give him an opportunity to do that.
Back to Sam, Kirby, real quick. Where did the Twitter thing that he does come from? And does it creep you out at all?
The fact that he got those 5 linemen, it doesn't creep me out at all. I mean, it's he can yes sir all he wants, and I'll be saying yes sir too, because he does a great job of getting those kids to buy in to the fact that he's going to lead them, he's going to be tough on them, he's going to be honest with them. I mean, obviously you can't promise every guy playing time. I think those kids that are coming in understand that they've got to come in and work for it. But what drew each of them to Georgia was Sam Pittman, and the fact that he does it different. You know, he does it old school. He develops relationships. I mean, he sat right here in these seats and asked somebody what Instagram was and what Twitter was, and he doesn't care about that. He writes some handwritten letters. He does it the old-fashioned way, and he forms relationships. And there's something to be said for that in today's day and age of technology.
Kirby, you haven't had much time here lately to be retrospective, but going back to that first spring and the 93K day, I remember you saying about the dividends of this or the fruits of this won't be paid until later, but I can promise you they will be, and you were very thankful for all the people that came out. Can you talk about what you were seeing then? And, you know, no matter how you slice it up, the rankings are what they are. This is a very impressive class, a lot of highly rated. You got the ones you wanted. We'll put it that way. So
not all of them.
Yeah, right. Can you just talk about that part of it?
Yeah, I think the momentum kicked off with the 93K day. I thought that really helped us in last